Beep beep everybody, hope you're all having a great day. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Here we are at the intersection of St. Mary Street and US Route 15. You can see an advertisement for where we are headed, which is Rollermills Marketplace. Right after this stop sign there is a baseball field to your right, and right after that is the location of Rollermills Marketplace. This place used to be a flour mill. It was constructed in 1883. In the 1970s, it was sold to Ralston Purina, where they made animal feed. Ralston Purina sold it to an entrepreneur in the 1980s, and in 1991, this was opened up as an antique mall. This is the parking area, and as you can see, there's some green areas to your right and left of the parking area. So if you have a dog, you can walk them here, let them stretch their legs. We're actually headed to this loading dock because my wife has a case in here, and we're restocking her case. As you can see, it looks like it's about a 4-floor building, but the top 2 floors currently don't have anything in them. We're going to go inside and look for baseball cards. So this is in the case room, and I only had time to go in the case room that has all these glass cases, and this case is like right as you enter. There's a 1981 Topps George Brett Bill Buckner batting leaders card for $2. There's some early 90s Topps gold cards there and some junk wax. I think this seller was located further in the room and moved here. As you can see, they have Matchbox cars and looks like first day covers with stamps on them. You'll probably see this one first when you make a left into the case room. This one hasn't restocked in a long time, so it's really sparse right now. That Kmart set is $8. This sheet of 9 vintage cards from 69 to 71, they have priced at $25. This is the shelf that usually has the baseball cards. As you can see, there's a lot of empty areas. Generally, I think the prices are a little high in this one for the condition these cards are in. There was a Gary Carter rookie card up there for $20. It's kind of got some beat up corners. I still need to get myself one of those, but I'd rather have something in better shape than that one. There's a 72 Jim Hunter up there for $5, a 68 Don Clendenin, that was $20, which seems a little high for Don Clendenin cards. There's some football cards on this next shelf. And down here is some packs from classic draft picks from 1991. These 2 boxes appear to be empty, so somebody has come in and bought all of those. The 89 Fleer were $2.50 a pack at one time. Here's a whole bunch of 1988 Topps rack packs. I'm going to zoom in on the price, but I believe they are all $5 each. So if that's something you're interested in seeking out, I don't see too many of those out in the wild. Here's some 1989 Topps cello packs. I believe those are $5 each. And there's some made-up 100-card random packs for $5 each. There's a photo of Ron Jaworski, and there's $30 for those mid-60s Phillies cards of Ray Culp. And around here we have some 1971 Topps and 76 Topps of Larry Bowa and Tim McCarver. $20 seems really high for those, in my opinion. Now, right around the corner, this seller has another case. At least I'm basing that on the handwriting on these price tags. There's some Rocky 2, Rocky 4 packs, 3 company stickers, Mad Magazine pack of something. And here's a bunch of cello packs in here. And I think these are priced for the intention that you will never open them. Because if you did, I think the contents would never add up to the prices that are given on these. I don't really know how much these go for. This isn't something I regularly look for. But that Willie Stargell from 1982 Fleer, $72 for that pack. There's a 1993 Topps Series 1 for $137, which I guess is okay. I'm not real sure about that one either. I've seen another box of that I think I saw for $125 somewhere else. As you can see, here's some more packs. These are football packs and some more cello packs from 1986 Fleer, 1984 Fleer. In the back is an 86 Donruss box for $120, an 86 Fleer box for $127. And there you get a closer look at those. And that last box there is 85 Donruss, and that's priced at $283. Here's a couple more cello packs from 1986 Topps. I swear, I believe most of the reason why the prices are higher on these is basically the card that's on top is generating the price for those. Here's some literature. Between $39 and $120 for some of these things. An old Beckett monthly, I guess that's $120. I'm not sure if that was the very first one. There's the Dukes of Hazzard quartz watch. There's some 8mm home movies of NBA highlights and playoffs. And here is a model of Penn State's Beaver Stadium for $66.50. Which I'm not too sure includes the latest remodelings they've done to that stadium. Here's another case. This has a 1974 Kellogg's complete set. Some of the cards are listed as cracked for $105. And there's a 77 set for $179. Not really sure what those normally go for, so I don't know if those are good deals or not. There's some buttons or coins. Some additional Penn State buttons. I never imagined that these things would be collectibles, because when I was a student there, I did acquire a few of them for free. They were giving them out for free. And down below, there's some box sets of 1981 Kellogg's for $35. There's a bat compliments of the Washington Senators for $67, and another one, Ted Williams special model for $95. There's some facsimile signed Mike Schmidt baseballs. Facsimile means it's not really written by his hand. It's a replica of it, I guess you could say. Behind that case on these shelves there is some small plastic baseball caps, some Phillies glasses. There's a Scott Rowland bobblehead, I believe. And there's a Barry Bonds one down here on this shelf. That one is $18.75. We'll go around here. There's a number of different sports-related things in this area here. I think these are all from the same seller. LZM is the name of the code that they've given this seller. There's some plastic cups from, I believe, 7-Eleven. You see price ranges between $10 and $15 for some of these. There's Johnny Bench, and I think that's Nolan Ryan all the way on the far right. There's Yaz, there's another Steve Carlton, and that's Babe Ruth. There's an old Rubik's Cube down below. I think that's Lou Gehrig back there on that cup. And there's assorted other things here other than sports related too. There's a Wheaties box, and there's Mike Schmidt on the back of some Keller's butter for $12.50. I'm hoping the butter is no longer in the box, but I'm not too sure about that kind of stuff because I don't collect sports things on food stuff packaging, I guess you could call it. There's some puzzles up above. That one of Pete Rose is pretty cool looking. That one is priced at $45. I'm not sure if that is glued to the back of something for display or if you can take it apart. As you can see, there's a bunch of different wall hangings, some pennants, and just around the corner here there is Larry Bird beach towel and a quality feed bag. There's some fly swatters, and I think they're being sold here because they have company names on them. There's a bunch of starting lineups hanging in various places. There's a bunch of yardsticks with different companies' names on them. So this is kind of a lot of fun to look at. It isn't something that I collect. I've never really had an interest in all this other stuff, but I thought, yeah, this is fun to watch. There's Pete Rose, 1980 World Champs on I guess a 7-Eleven cup. There's Pete Rose during his short time with the Expos on a glass for $16. That's something you don't see every day. Don't see very many Expos related things to Pete's career because he was with them for such a short time. And there's some signage up above. So this area is filled from the floor to the ceiling with stuff. And over here we'll find some more plastic cups, some milk cartons with Cal Ripken on them, some cans. Steelers 1976. That is an old can. Some Canada Dry. Here's some RC Cola cans that featured baseball players from back in the 70s. There's Thurman Munson. One's priced $11 and one's priced $7. There's Reggie Jackson. That one is $6. And there's some more Wheaties boxes. And some literature that I think has a sports theme except for the Cabbage Patch Kids and Strawberry Shortcake. Now this is a new seller in this glass case room that I have not seen before. It has a lot of interesting stuff in here. I believe those are 5x7 photos, or at least some of them are. Some of them might be those pinups from the late 60s. There's an 89 Fleer rack pack for $8 in the back here. On the next shelf, we have singles. There's a 81 Topps Coke Red Sox team, 66 Ernie Banks, several Roberto Clemente cards. Basketball. I think in the shelf below we'll be seeing some football cards. I think the prices for the baseball cards in this case are on the higher end of the price range, but I guess they're fair prices. But I usually do see a lot of these out there cheaper than this. Like I've seen the Puckett rookie for as low as 10, the Gwynn rookie for as low as 15. So these prices are close to retail, maybe 10 to 25% under retail if you're going by Beckett value, let's say. I don't know what the deal's with the flags. Here's some football cards. Here's some signed football photos, I think, and some rack packs. There's an 85 Topps rack pack for $22. 86 Fleer. Don't see a price on that one. It's probably on the back of it. Have to always remind sellers, make sure the prices are visible. I believe these are 5x7 cards from around the 1980 time period, maybe. And there's some small box sets in the back. 86 Fleer update for $22. Baseball Superstars from 87 for $3. And there's some more 5x7 photos. Down below is some football-related stuff that I've never seen before. It's not an area I collect in, and I'm not sure what those things are on the right. I think I've seen them before, but I don't remember what they are. That's called Darn Dog Treasures. So seek them out if you're here. Get a good closer look at this stuff. This is another new seller I have not seen before. They have a Harmon Killebrew autographed baseball for $50, along with a 75 Topps card. There's 2 cards of Cito Gaston, who was called Clarence back in the 70s. Later became much more well known for his time managing the Blue Jays. There's a Sports Illustrated magazine with Greg Nels and Rich Gossage, back when they were both with the Padres. Here's some 1976 Topps cards. There's a 68 Don Drysdale. Some football cards. And down on the shelf below, there's a 68 Rick Monday, a 74 Pete Rose, a 76 Bud Harrelson, Kirk Gibson on a Sports Illustrated magazine. There's Alan Trammell. Some more 76 Topps. And there's some 75 Topps in the back. And an 88 Topps Burt Blyleven, which you don't see very often displayed in a case. There's a 1968 Topps Bill Freehan, 72 Bill Verdon. There's a Billy Beer Can. Some football and basketball cards. There's Billy Martin framed Sports Illustrated covers. There's a 1975 Topps Steve Garvey, and him also featured on a Sports Illustrated magazine. Zoom out to that one so you can see that. And there was a third new seller that I've never seen before, and these are almost all vintage. There's a few modern ones like that Jeter rookie. And I definitely picked up one card from here, and I was really impressed with this so much that I am looking forward to actually checking this out a little more closer the next time. We didn't have as much time as I'd like to look at these, but I did buy one card from here. They also have some complete sets. I don't think all of them are in the case because that's a lot of boxes there, but I only saw these 6 boxes: 82 Fleer, 35, 91, 81 Topps for 40, 85 Donruss for 40, and 82 and 83 Topps. And there's a value pack featuring Bowman 2021. Just before I left, I spotted a 69 Jerry Koosman and a 68 Frank Robinson. So right after this, I'm going to go over just 3 cards that I bought here, so stay tuned. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed that tour of Rollermills Marketplace in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Say hi to Grimace and Omar. Beep, 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 beep. And let's go over the 3 cards that I bought there. Like I said in the video, my wife has to restock a case that she rents there. And we usually show up there maybe every 2 months or so. We'll probably show up there more often now that it's the fall. It seems like business picks up in the fall. And the last couple times I was there really wasn't anything new, so I didn't bother recording any videos for this. It's been a while since I posted a video of this place, but it's nice to actually see some new sellers move into that glass case area, and so it gives me more things to look at. And I did buy these 2 cards from that one seller that had the Billy Beer Can. And what else did they have? Like the Steve Garvey from 75 and the Sports Illustrated magazines. The last card I got was from that last seller that had an entire shelf of vintage cards, mostly from the 60s. So I got this 1977 Topps Brooks Robinson, and this has to be one of the better examples of a centered card from that set. I would say this set is especially difficult to find good centering. I'm not sure why that is, and maybe that's just my own experience. Maybe I haven't seen enough of these to know for sure, but it sure seems like centering was a bigger issue with this set than it was with the sets around it, like 78 and 76 and even 75. The centering seems worse on this one, and I'm not sure what the reason why is. It could just be maybe I just haven't seen enough of them. I understand the 79 set also has some issues. It's really hard to find a good Ozzie Smith rookie card centered real well. So I paid $5 for this. I thought that was a pretty decent deal for this one. I understand Brooks Robinson vintage cards have been kind of going up since he passed away, sadly, not too long ago. But yeah, this one's really great. The back is centered pretty nice too. So I was real happy picking that one up, and it's in a one-touch to boot. This is 1976 Steve Carlton. I paid $10 for this. The centering is not as good as the Brooks card was, but it's not too bad. Not too bad for a 76 card. There's a couple little printing dots down there at the bottom, which I always think is kind of cool. Don't see any orbs or anything. It's a pretty clean looking card. The back looks pretty much very similar, I guess. It's just slightly off center. The centering's pretty good for this one. Surface is real clean. Both of these had really clean surfaces. I really enjoyed what this seller had, and I'm looking forward to visiting Rollermills maybe in another month or two when my wife restocks, and hopefully I'll have more time to look over the cards a little more closely. They didn't have a lot of people working on Labor Day, which is the day we went here, so it was hard to get somebody to open the cases. So the next time maybe they'll have more people working there. I understand it's a holiday, and that's okay. I usually expect places to be closed, but hey, they were open, so why not? 1962 Topps Joe Torre rookie is what I bought from that last seller. I paid $40 for this, and I thought this was rather an exceptional example of a 62 Topps card. Now, the centering is definitely an issue, and it is normally an issue for a lot of 1962 Topps cards, at least from what I've seen out in the wild. I may be wrong about that, but it just seems like they had centering issues with this set as well. What is problematic with this set is this wood border, replica of wood, or whatever you want to call it. Like any dark bordered card, wear and tear shows up a little more easily on the edges of these, but this one is really, really clean, and the surface is wonderful. Never mind this is on the top loader, some kind of sticky substance. I suppose I could pull the card out so you can see better, and there's the back of that, and I think I will do that. I will actually take it out of its penny sleeve too, so you can see this. Look at that. That's lovely. Really nice looking. I paid $40 for this card, and I thought that was a pretty good deal, and got to add another rookie Hall of Famer. I'll put that in when I'm done recording. Try not to mess things up while I'm recording, you know. One other thing I'd like to mention, and that has to do with the previous video for Yoder's Antique Mall. I had some audio difficulties with the voiceover, and I apologize for that. I went ahead and uploaded it anyway because I figure you could probably get the gist of what I was saying. There were a couple words that seemed like they tailed out, or the beginning of words seems like the first letter got cut off. Well, I finally found out what the problem was. There is a setting for the microphone that I use. It's a Samson microphone, and it had something enabled that I normally don't have enabled. It's some kind of audio enhancement. It doesn't really give you the details of what it's doing, but I know what it was doing. It was actually using noise reduction across the track, and by doing that, it's not a very good noise reduction algorithm, whatever they're using, because it's when your voice goes low, it's sort of like fizzles out a bit. You don't really quite hear it. And when there's a moment of silence and the first word you say, it sort of cuts off like the beginning sound of that word. So if I say beep, beep, it'll come out as eep, beep. You won't hear that first B. That's just a very poor noise reduction algorithm. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the microphone. I think it has more to do with the Windows operating system. So Microsoft, if you're listening, which I doubt you are, fix that. I have a better noise reduction algorithm on an audio editing software I have that's called Goldwave. I do make music on the side, mostly for my own enjoyment. It's like really weird stuff, as you can imagine, since I do all this beeping and hoo-hooing and all this stuff. The music is even wackier than that. So I know a little bit about that kind of stuff. And yeah, so that's an explanation for what happened to that previous video. So I apologize for that. I'll try to make sure that that doesn't happen again. I'm not sure what caused it to flip. It might have been a Windows update. Sometimes Windows updates do dumb things that they're not supposed to do. They're not supposed to change your settings when you get them, but occasionally things get messed up. Or it could also have been a new driver. Sometimes new drivers have software bugs in them and stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun there. I hope to go back there again. I really want to check those new sellers cases out again and look at them a little more closely, and hopefully buy some more stuff there, especially that last one. This seller that had the Joe Torre rookie also had a nice 1954 Richie Ashburn, which I really, really, really wanted to get, but it had a large corner ding on it, and that just like, I want something a little bit better than that. So unfortunately I didn't get that card, but there were so many other interesting ones in there. I think there was a Ron Santo rookie in there too, and I'd like to check that one out a little more closely. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, everybody. And don't forget to beep beep in the comments. So beep beep.